Shalom, GMS Holland sit down is coming back with a video. First off and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostle of GMS. Peace and salutations to the elect out there that spreading this word of sincerity and the truth. I want to talk about this thing. I just uploaded the video of this guy, Slakia. Richard van Hooijdonk, which is a Dutch guy that's out here in Holland promoting this chip. You see, I uploaded the video here. Don't want to play it because I already get this message that it's violating author rights and stuff. But I just want to show you. I recorded this yesterday. It was on RTL 4 and it was live. And this guy is, speaking about this RFID chip, which he recently updated. He's talking in a certain type of way that is completely normal. And then he says, here I see another video. The wellness of the future, Richard van Hooijdonk. So what he's doing, he's basically prepping the minds, so-called prepping the minds of the people that, this upcoming technology is completely normal. This and that. So I found this web page, and he did a book also. And I believe this man is set up to push this RFID chip, which is known as the mark of the beast in the Bible, to push this chip, man. So I was planning to translate this website, but I see this here right now, so I hope I can change the language on this website. Gone. Yeah, it kinda the title of this thing was kinda different in Dutch, but let me first translate it in Dutch, because it said something else here in Dutch. In Dutch it says the inevitable coming of the chip that goes under the skin, benefits and what's that other word? Benefits and let me just see what it says here. And downsides, gone. So that's also already the deceiving part of this devil. In Dutch he puts another title than in English, but he says it's inevitable. You cannot turn this thing around. This chip is 100% coming. That's basically what he puts there in the Dutch. But we're just gonna read the English part, so the brothers in America can, and in England and all over the world can read with me, and it's easier for me not to translate it. So it says human microchipping, the benefits and downsides, on his website Richard van Hooijdonk, which is this guy, which 2 days ago came on live television in Holland. Everyone is able to watch this, and is constantly watching this, because this is like the main channel in Holland, showing the people in Holland how he gets chipped, and that it was an update because his chip, the chip that he already had, was old. And then he also said, yeah, my child just turned 6. So we know there's some type of satanic vibration behind this everything that is being said here in this thing. And the funny thing, the host of this program passed by the camp, GMS Camp Holland, I believe 3 weeks ago. He passed by us, and he also saw a poster of us, of course, where it says RFID chip is the mark of the beast. And when I looked at that guy, that host, I was looking at him like he's trying to you know little bit go away from this chip and to go in the direction of robots and stuff, you know. But we're gonna go into this website and check what this guy, which I believe is set up to push this RFID chip in Holland, has to say about this RFID chip, which we know is the mark of the beast. So what he says concerning this chip, but before I go on, what he wants to do is basically simplify life, and that's the thing that they're trying to push with this mark of the beast, this RFID chip. He's trying to make it look like it makes life simple, and the society we live in right now loves simplicity, simplicity, just like the Bible says, Proverbs 1:22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? That's concerning the teachers. The people that get misleaded by the false teachers is because they love simplicity. Christianity is all about simplicity. No, you don't have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. It doesn't matter. You just have to embrace Caesar Borgia, and you will get saved. This whole society, this generation is about simplicity. They love simplicity. So it says, "How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge." So this whole society is about simplicity, man. Everything needs to go easy and fast and quick. That's why here in Holland you also have this new thing now. It's your bank card. You don't have to type in the number of the card no more. Which is in secret. You can just swipe it. Alongside the ATM or the cashier place where you have to pay, and it gets paid, because they want you to get used to that swiping movement, the same as when you have this chip in your hand, you swipe it, and it's paid. So let's read the article. It says, "You'll never again have to worry about losing your wallet." Why? Because your paycheck basically is in your hand. In emergencies, medical personnel will have easy access to your health data. When you're about to die, the no the how you call them, the doctors and stuff don't have to check out your blood group and all that type of shit, because they have to scan your chip only, and they know it. You'll be able to automatically control many of your devices, which he spoke about also in this interview. He spoke about that he opens his car, his house is safe with his chip in his hand. Chips may, however, make us prime targets for people with bad intentions. Exactly. If you want to walk around with that chip with all your money on it, people gonna chop your hand off, man. So that's the so-called downside. Well, we need to think about who really benefits from human microchipping. It has been predicted that this is the year in which we will witness the beginning of human microchipping. See? This guy is set up, man. He's supposed to, he's set up, man. He's gonna push this thing, man. This technology makes it possible, among other things, to intensely verify whether a person is who he says he is. An RFID chip, short-range radio frequency identification implant, can hold all the information we usually carry in our wallets. It can transmit our identity information as we walk through a security checkpoint, enable us to use public transport, and make long lines at the supermarket checkout a thing of the past. The future of microchipping is exciting. And that's the funny thing, man. I can see right through this devil, man. Literally, I can look right through this devil, man. When I saw this interview, you know, he has this sober look, like everything is normal. This fucking devil knows what he's doing, man, and he knows why he came there in the program, and he knows what his task is, man. This guy is a puppet, man. He's out there to push this simplicity, to show the people like, hey, it's that easy, man. It's that cool, man. You know, and now he has a website that basically says, yeah, it's inevitable. People should just get used to it because this is the future. You know, so it says the future of microchipping is exciting. You know, he's making all this happy. This guy is just a devil, man, with many interesting potential applications. Chips like the ones we now use in our pets could become commonplace in the next decade. Of course, there are a few downsides to the technology, ranging from the practical and realistic to the possibly more far-fetched and dystopian. But while some experts have their doubts on whether these chips are appropriate for use in humans, the fact that they could offer many advantages is indisputable. The RFID chip has been around for a while. Going into the history, showing you these chips. Advantages: the RFID chip can be a useful tool, especially when it comes to emergency situations where instant access to the right medical information can mean a difference between life and death. So he's making you nervous. He's trying to make you happy. He's trying to comfort you by showing his simple ways in life, and he's also trying to make you scared, because he's talking about life and death. That if you don't have this chip, it might mean life or death, man. You know, you will never again have to worry about losing your wallet. Even easier identification, club memberships, and access to your medical history will always be easily accessible. Keeping tabs on patients, children, and criminals. You'll be able to automatically control many of your devices. Nobody but you will be able to use your weapon. So he's also talking about security. And then he has this video. I'm not gonna play it because they will probably block this whole video from YouTube. Disadvantages: RFID chips may pose a threat to your health. Microchips may take away our freedom of choice. Our freedom of choice, exactly, man. And he's putting it up lightly, man. But this is a very serious thing, man. Our freedom of choice is basically that these chips work on frequency, and in a computer, the brain of a computer is the chip that's within it, because that chip is steering all the information left and right, is basically focusing on, if I want to draw my mouse to the right, it goes to the right, and to the left, it goes to the left. That chip in the computer is the thing that focuses on that. So that's basically the brain behind the whole thing. But what you do when you put this microchip within your body, you're replacing it with your brain. Plus the frequency that this microchip is controlled by is not in your hands. So basically you are giving away your freedom. They can do whatever they want as soon as the population is chipped with these chips, man. Chips may make us prime targets for people with bad intentions. Now, who has the most bad intentions of all the people, man? The government, man. Who's behind these chips? The government, man. Plus, the Bible says if you take this chip, you're basically finished, man. You finished, man. There's no way for you to get salvation whatsoever. If you intentionally, if you are down with taking this chip, if you go up there and say, I want this chip, you're finished, man. So it will make us prime targets for people with bad intentions, which is the government, man. Because they do have bad intentions, because we already know the Georgia Guidestone, what they are planning. They planning the order out of chaos, you know, in which they're gonna pop off this martial law, you know, which is the war law. They're gonna put military police upon the streets, you know, and then they're gonna implement this new world order. We need to think about who really benefits from human microchipping. Conclusion: the RFID chips are already widely implemented. Their application range from animal tracking, product tracking, inventory access and passport control, and many others, while the thought of having a chip injected into your body is a little strange. So, and he knows this, so he puts this out there because he knows this, man. So he's gonna give you all the benefits because he knows it's a little strange. So this guy, man, I believe this man is set up. This man is set up, you know, to basically comfort you with the fact that it is a little bit strange. Because when I was watching this program, you have this guy there, you know, they zoom in on his chip. You have this guy here, and then you have this bitch here who came with all these sex toys because she wants to make a women feel comfortable, you know, because a man cannot reach women to this height that they get orgasms and stuff, you know. So she was in the program to push this sex with robots, and that it's better and that it's normal. And then you have this guy that is for these microchips. So we are not ignorant, man. Like the scriptures say, 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. And when you look up the word devices, it says mental perception, thought, and evil purpose. So we are not ignorant of Satan, his purposes, man. Why these people are set up in this program, what they are set up to do. We are not ignorant of that thing, man. You know, putting in your own article that it's a little strange, but then what you are doing is putting up all these benefits, trying to wipe this away, that it's a little bit strange, but giving comfort to the people. It really is no stranger than other implemented devices we use today. So he's trying to comfort you, taking away that little bit strange. Such as pacemakers. At this point, microchipping is purely voluntarily. At this point, microchipping is purely voluntary and mainly used for high-risk patients such as diabetes. So he says at this point. Why does he put this point? Why doesn't he just say microchipping is purely voluntary? Why does he say at this point? Because soon it's gonna be mandatory, man. Soon you're gonna have no choice but to take this chip, otherwise you're gonna get killed, man. You know? But we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We know what's going on over here, man. You know, and we are bringing it out, man. Used at high-risk patients such as diabetes and people suffering from Alzheimer and cardiovascular disease. If human microchipping is not done mandatorily and not used for tracking and frisking people, generally seem quite open to the potential applications. Mass implantations of these chips will, however, need to undergo many debates about health and privacy issues. Well, we know that the government doesn't give a shit about privacy issues, man. So, like he already put up, so this guy is double-minded, man, and he's basically a fucking devil because he's trying to deceive you while you are reading this article. He's already deceiving you, man. Because here in Dutch he says it's inevitable. And then in the English article, he says, yeah, we're gonna have to see if it's okay with privacy reasons. But here you say it's inevitable. So what's your point then, man? What's your point? You're just a devil, man. And you know this interview is in Dutch, but what he's saying in this interview is that people are already getting cured by the brain chip, because people that have lost arms or people that are blind, you know, when they put this RFID chip behind their eye, they can get their vision back. You know, so why this devil is pushing out this comfort? First and foremost, he's set up by the Illuminati to push this comfort in concerning this RFID chip, because they have a certain uh, resume, which is problem, reaction, solution. So they bring out the problem. Yeah, you lose your wallet. You don't have when you are at the point of dying. You know, where's your information? That's the problem. The reaction is this. Yeah, there is this RFID chip. Human microchipping is beneficial, and then they're gonna look at the reaction of the people, and they so-called use this as the solution for all the problems. You know, so they work, conform an agenda, man, and that agenda, they are pushing this agenda with speed. You know, this is Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants, and to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. The devil, which is the so-called white man, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. He knows that the man of the Lord Yahweh, the man of Yahweh Shem Shai, are waking up in the land of their captivity, you know, which is the places where we are have been scattered around and put in captivity, man. We are waking up to the truth. So he knows that he has but a short time, because he knows the scriptures. He knows what's about to happen, man. He knows that he has but a short time because of this, man. Tapped in the wrong purse, but it's okay. This is what makes him know that he has a short time. Matthew chapter 24 verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So they know this truth is being spread out there majorly, man. Video after video is being put up by multiple men that are preaching this word in truth and sincerity, man. And this truth is getting out there, man. You know, they even putting this truth into movies now, subliminal and in a mockery type of way. But this truth is out there, man. And it says, and then shall the end come, when it is a witness unto all nations. So it is being pushed out as a witness to all nations already, man. So the devil is moving on and at a quick pace, and he's trying to make people feel comfortable by taking these chips. If not, they're gonna have to take it a step higher, which is forcing this chip upon people, man. Because he said himself, man. He said himself, at this point, microchipping is purely voluntary. At this point, because he knows it's not gonna be voluntary anymore, man. You know. So when you are dealing, you know, with the scriptures, and you're not ignorant of Satan's devices, you can read straight through this the word of this devil, man. At this point, voluntarily, you know, privacy issues. What you talking about, man? You are set up. You are set up to push this chip, man. You dumbass. You cannot fool the man of the Lord, man. So what this thing is all about is about this, man. Revelation chapter 13 verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. You know, these two horns as a lamb is talking about the Republicans and the Democrats, and he was like a lamb, and that's the characteristic of this devil, man. He's trying to be so innocent and so kind like a lamb, so harmless like a lamb, but he spake as a dragon, man. His intentions are evil, man. His intentions are like a murderer, man. Verse 12, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, which is the Roman Empire, and caused the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, the Roman Empire. The things that the Romans did, the Roman Empire did, they are bringing it back up, and they want you to, get used to their customs, which is homosexuality, bestiality, whose deadly wound was healed. The deadly wound of the Roman Empire was healed, which represents the horn out of which the America came, by which it was healed. Verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven and on the earth in the sight of man, by the way of nuclear missiles, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell in the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So what's this image talking about? And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, which the image of the beast is this system, man. If you are down with this system, if you are down with women having power over men, if you are down with this homosexuality, if you are down with bestiality, if you are down with pedophiles just being sick people and they have to be accepted too, if you're down with all that nonsense, you are down with the image of the beast, man. I was watching this series, the Punisher, and this Persian woman is saying like, yeah, this is such a great, we have had such a great opportunity to basically grow up in America and to have the benefits of this great country. She's down with the image of the beast, man, because all the wickedness that's going on in Babylon, which is America, she's down with that. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Because why? People that are not down with this new world order, people that are not down with this new age society, homosexuality is normal and stuff, they are going to be killed at a certain point, man. Verse 16, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So even this guy was talking about the brain chip, man. In this interview, he is talking about the brain chip, man. He's saying like, yeah, when you have and there are also the brain chips, and the brain chips are very efficient to people that basically are paralyzed, people that have lost their eyesight, people that have I call that um, a modified limbs, that they can move their limbs, and we know that DARPA is busy with that, with the brain chips, so they can move, artificial limbs. So he's also talking about this brain chip, which the scripture is also talking about, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, and cause it all, both small and great. So it doesn't matter if you are the president of America, or if you are the boss of a company, or if you are just a regular person going to his job, rich and poor, free and bond, whether you're in the prison or whether you are free, which that free still represents that you are in a prison, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So notice that this guy specifically, he specifically has put it in his right hand, man. They gave you this close up in this article. See, specifically in his right hand. He knows what he's doing, man, and he's being the devil that he is, man. To receive a mark in his right hand, but it could be in your left hand too, because when you read Revelation chapter 20, it says in hands. So receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So that's that brain chip he was talking about. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So he's talking about you have to have your wallet with you, right? Very soon there's not going to be anyone that can pay without this chip, because it's going to be mandatory. Everyone is going to have to take this chip in order to pay and to get their groceries and to eat. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. So this is the wisdom. Let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600 threescore and 6, which one score is 20, threescore is 60. So it says 660 and 6, which is 666, which is the mark of the beast, which is upon every barcode in this society. 666. So if you put a product of this society into your body, you put the mark 666 in your body, man. So concerning this guy, man, and concerning the new developments of this chip, and how they want to comfort you by putting this on live television, man. I'm not lying, man. Live television, on a very common Dutch channel. We can see in which times we are, man. This is the time of the RFID chip. This is the time of war. This is the time of martial law. The prophecies are speeding up, man. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Al Shai. Shalom to the elect.